Hey there, Scott here, and welcome to this video on how to edit your own authority engine so you can customize it to your own specific needs. So what you're going to find is when you log into the Kartra platform for the first time, you're going to land in your dashboard, and you're going to want to be able to find exactly where your campaign is. So the first thing you need to do is come down here to the Campaigns tab and click on Campaigns, and you get a few options for you. So in the Done For You section up here, you'll find the Kartra actually gives you a few campaigns of your own that you can start with straight away, so you don't only get access to the Authority Engine platform. But in this instance, we're going to talk about the Authority Engine platform. So for that, I'm just going to go back to my campaigns. And this is what it'll look like here. And the first thing you're going to want to do is have a look at the assets that you have within the campaign. And to do that, you click the three buttons here, and you click the View Assets tab. And what will come up are all the assets within this particular campaign. And just as a reminder, you'll get 14 pages, 7 tags, 6 sequences, 3 lists, 3 forms, a calendar, a help desk, tracking links, a membership area, and a product. And the product is the Reprogram Your Mind for Success, which you can then load into your membership area. So when you do sell these programs, you can have your customers log into the members area to watch. Now, if you want to go and edit any particular assets within the campaign, there are a number of ways to do it. But in this instance, let's essentially click on the Pages tab, and you'll find that what will happen is it'll open up and you'll see the pages within this particular campaign. So we're now in the Pages section of this particular campaign, and as mentioned, there are 14 of them. And they're all clearly labeled, and you don't really need to do anything other than edit them specifically to your specific needs. And because they're labeled and because they're all interconnected, you don't even need to connect them up as far as this page will take you to this page and this page will take you to this page, etc. That's already been done for you. All you really need to concentrate on is the editing of the page itself. So the first place you're probably going to want to start is your home page, and literally do these one by one, and you'll get through this in absolutely no time flat. So let's have a look at that now. And the way you go about doing that is, again, you click on these little 3 buttons and you're going to have a few options available to you. You can either clone the page, so if you want to make a secondary copy of the page to be used for future purpose, you can do that. You can delete the page, which I'd highly recommend you do not do for all the obvious reasons. When you're finished, you can get your code or link, so you can actually send the page live. But in this instance, we're going to want to edit the page, so we're going to click on the Edit button here. And once it's loaded up, you will see the platform where you can actually make the relevant edits that you would like to for your page. So let's walk through and do some edits now, and I'll show you exactly how it works. And firstly, the thing that you'll notice, you'll be editing in desktop form, but the website itself will automatically translate to tablet and mobile, so you don't need to make any secondary edits in relation to having the platform and the pages themselves open up on those particular types of technology, if you like. So the first thing you might want to do is edit the phone number here. And again, you can edit, delete, you can do whatever you want with this page, but I'll walk you through some steps of exactly how to do that. So in the first instance, you might want to edit this phone number here. And although you can't really see, you can have a few options. So I might just change it to here, for example, for now. So you might want to change, for example, the hi, I'm Michael, and maybe your name's Steve. You have a few options available to you here. So you can delete this section altogether. You can edit the style, you can clone the section, or you can even move the section anywhere you like. And to move a section, you literally drag and drop until you see a green highlight, and then it's done for you. It's very, very simple. But in this particular instance, let's just change the name. So we hit on the text button, and then just like a Word doc, you might say, hi, I'm Steve. And you're done. It's very, very simple. If you want to change, for example, any of the other editing elements that you have in there, put in some effects, for example. Maybe you want that to fade in, maybe you want it to zoom in, maybe you want it to slide from left, whatever you'd like to do, you can obviously click on it and edit it here and then hit apply, and that will take place. And you can literally do the same in the same fashion with any of the text elements that you see within the page here as an example. Next thing you're going to want to do is possibly put your own picture in here, and that's something that I would highly suggest from a personal branding point of view. And again, you click on the Edit Style button, and it will open up, and you'll see a few different options available to you. So the first thing you're going to want to do is, for example, edit this image. So we click on the Edit button. Now I have some pictures already preloaded in here, And you can choose one of those, or you can upload an image of your own. So if I select this image here, hit confirm, and then apply, and then cross out of this, all that happens is this particular picture comes up straight away. As you can see, it's very, very simple. Then we've got a call to action button here. There's a number of different things you can do with your call to action button. So for example, we can edit the style. So again, we click on the little pencil icon and we can change the background color to green, for example. And we can change the text. So we can change it from book a 30-minute strategy call to a 60-minute strategy call, and hit apply there, and you'll see those changes take effect. If you want to include an icon, you can display an icon here. You don't necessarily have to do that. And then you can include a link, and this can take this page or the visitor to another page that you would like them to go to. And in this particular instance, it's linked up to another Kartra page, which is your strategy call page. And there's a number of pages in here that I already have in place. So you can actually pick the page that you want it to link to. So let's just say we, for argument's sake, to change it, we want to do the About Me page, apply, and that is now linked to that particular page. It's very, very straightforward. If you ever want to link a particular button or an element to another page, you can link it to an external URL. And all you need to do is enter in your URL here. You can get them to scroll to a particular section of the page. If it's a link to download a particular file, you can have them do that. You can pop in an opt-in form, a video player, a checkout box, and all the other things that you can see here as well. So it's very, very straightforward. You also might want to change some background color. So as an example, in this section here, you might want to change a section color. And to do that, you'll see a little red gear icon on the side here, and you'll click on that. And again, the pencil icon is the edit. And let's edit it. And we'll change the background color in this instance. Let's just, for argument's sake, change it to black. Hit apply, and it automatically changes to black. This whole process is very, very straightforward. If you're any way familiar with the likes of Word docs, for example, it works in a very, very similar fashion. It's quite intuitive. There are a few other things you can do in this section here. If you really like this section and you think you're going to want to use it more than once in other pages when you do your edits, what you can do is you can hit this heart icon, and that essentially saves it as a favorite. So it'll take a few seconds here. The saving's in progress, as you can see. And what will happen is that's then saved in your favorites tab. So now we can go into the sections area here on the left-hand side. We can go to our favorite blocks and click on this icon. And as you can see, I've got quite a few, and this will be the last one down here somewhere. Well, nevertheless, I'll have to save the actual page before that happens, but nevertheless, you can save all these blocks, and then if you choose to do so, you can literally drag and drop and put in a new element here as an example. It's very, very straightforward. And again, you can edit just about anything on this page in terms of the text, the images, the colors, add videos, etc., etc. So it's all fairly straightforward. And again, you can take this through step by step. So some other things to be aware of in the sections tab, as an example, if you want to add to the page as opposed to purely edit, you can come over here and you can add in an empty section. And again, it's all very much drag and drop. You can add in some header menus that are already pre-templatized, if you like, within the Kartra platform. Just pick one that you think is suitable for your particular needs. You can also put in what are called hero sections. So the hero sections, for those of you that aren't 100% sure, generally speaking, the hero section is this section right here. And there's some pre-filled ones that you can use if you choose to do so. So let's have a look at a couple of those. So I'll open this up. Again, I've got a few saved here, but there are some. So I'm scrolling through my own ones at the moment. So these are the ones from here onwards that are pre-built into Kartra for you. And again, all you need to do if you choose to do so is pick it up and drag and drop into the section that you want it to. And then you can begin editing straight away. It's very, very straightforward. What else do we have here for you to look at? If we want to add in a content section, there's content templates. Again, you can literally just drag and drop into the section that you choose. And again, you might find that one of the sections I've got here, just as an example, a little bit of an about section here that you're going to want to fill in with your own information and details. You might not like this particular look. You might decide you want to change this altogether. And if that's the case, I would highly suggest going back into the sections tab and going into features as the example, and then pulling out some templates that might be more suitable for your particular needs. And again, we can just kind of drag and drop those anywhere we like. So hopefully you've seen the simplicity of this. You can also have some call to actions in here for pricing, for example, if you'd like to add in some other products for sale. Very, very straightforward. Checkout forms. So again, if you'd like to include a checkout form as part of the page where people can go to after they've selected an item for sale of yours, you're able to include that. There are countdown timers, multiple all saved within the system, download boxes. So again, if there's a download that you'd like to be able to provide a particular client, you can actually add that as a feature on the page. Very, very straightforward. There's timelines, portfolios, team photos, pricing tables, FAQs, footers, certificates, contact details, and so much more. So you can actually include any of these simply by dragging and dropping throughout the page. It's a very, very simple process. The other thing you're going to want to take note of are things like components, and that's also on the left-hand side here. So you might want to add, for example, in some further columns. So again, relatively straightforward. You can have them at 100% width, 66, 50. You can have a 50 and 50, which basically is 50% this side and 50% this side as an example. And then once you've done that, then you can drop in other components into those slots. So you might want to drop in a headline as an example. Again, pre-made, and all you have to do is edit, as I've already discussed. You might want to include some additional text. You might want to include a different button as an example, and there's a range of buttons you can choose from. And again, color changes, text changes, very easy. You might want to set up an accordion, which is also something that I tend to use more often than not for FAQ type pages. Let's just say, for example, you want to drop a new image in here. Now, there are two very simple ways you can do this, depending on how you'd like to use the platform. This is something that I would normally do, but again, it depends on what you find most easy. But as an example, I might say I want to put another image underneath this one. So sometimes what I might do is actually clone that, press the clone button. And if I know it's going to go in that exact spot, that's perfect. I'll edit that. And then maybe I'll pick a new image as an example, hit confirm, and then apply, and it's straight underneath for me. Alternatively, we can go about it this way, and we can add in the image placeholder. Again, we drag and drop, and you'll see these orange lines come up. So make sure you drop it in the right spot. Just hover it over until the line becomes green, and then that will be the placeholder for you. Then all you need to do is the same as I've just done, edit, hit upload, pick a photo, and you're done. So hopefully you're starting to see how powerful this particular platform is when it comes to page building, and how easy it can be to have something set up for yourself fairly quickly. Because most of the hard work's been done by myself with the tested platform, in terms of we have a header where all you need to do is add in your phone number. You can add in your links to your social media platforms as an example. Change out the logo for your own. We already have a menu set up where everything is already interlinked. We have a members login button for those members who have purchased access to Reprogram Your Mind for Success as an example, and they can log in there to get access to that particular video series. We have a proven hero image and header. We have the social proof here from who we've worked with before, or the magazines you've been featured in as an example. We've got an advertisement here for the Reprogram Your Mind for Success. So we're reminding people that this is a program that they can get access to. And the way it's been set up for you in the first instance is that they get access to a free book, so you can start generating some email leads. And then immediately after they take action by getting access to that free initial ebook, they're then taken to a sales page for an upsell for the Reprogram Your Mind for Success video training series. And that walks them through the process. And that's all set up for you as it stands right now. And again, you only need to make some minor edits. But as far as this particular page is concerned and the other pages within the platform, hopefully you can see by now it's a fairly straightforward process to edit any of those particular elements, pages or otherwise. But if you do have any questions or you do get stuck, please feel free to hit me up on my help desk. But I'll leave it there for now. Thanks so much for watching. Bye for now.